Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and the review I want to do for you now is the Voyager class Transformers Prime STARSCREAM. There's a deluxe first edition version. That's not this one. This is the Voyager class regular release Robots in Disguise version. He stands at the head 7 inches tall, at the top of the wingtip 8 inches tall, so he's got really good size to him. He's lanky, but he's supposed to be, and that's okay. He's not a perfect figure, but I will say right off the bat he is pretty darn good. First things first, the head sculpt. Focus, focus, focus. Head sculpt is really nice, spot on for the show. The eyebrows could have been separated a little bit more, I think, to make him look less like part of the crown, but still looks pretty good. His little horn thing right here is nice and soft, so you don't have to worry about that breaking, which is a nice touch. I like that. He has his Decepticon logo right there on his shoulder. Shoulder region is not exactly perfect for the on-screen look, but it's pretty close, and it's okay by me. The wings are pretty close. These things are pretty close. Overall, he's got a really nice look. He looks overall like he does in the show, so I'm good with it. His feet, I don't know if his feet, how they look in the show exactly. I don't think they have any of this here. I think it's just the foot that we have on, kind of like from this side. And in the package, he's displayed like this with the thing here. I haven't looked at the instructions yet, but you can also just turn this up if you want to. And if you like it that way better, you can do that. That works just as well. It's completely up to you. I'm not sure what the instructions say, but in the end, it doesn't really matter what the instructions say. You're the one that's going to have it on your shelf, so you decide how you want to display it. He does look pretty good. He has nice contrast in molded parts, like 3 or 4 different colors at least in the molded parts. He's got the translucent purple here, again in there, some silver, some gray, some black, some of this bluish green color, good amount of paint. The red's spread throughout. We have some blue, different grays and silvers again. So overall, it looks really nice. Good, nice overall contrasting character, which is good. He comes with this thing, which is another one of the goofy Voyager class gimmicky accessories, which is generally just way too big and blocky. It looks stupid when it's not transformed, and when you transform it, it does that. It turns into his null ray gun thing, and it lights up a little bit. You can see it right there, but it's just really kind of cheesy, and it looks okay when it's transformed all the way, but just like the other one, there's no way to lock it in place, so it's kind of useless. You don't want that just big blocky thing pegged onto his hand. It looks stupid, so whatever. He's got a peg there on both sides, and he has a peg hole in his back right there. I don't think there's any more. If there are, I missed them. The good thing is the way the tip of the airplane folds back. I mean, it's ugly from the front. You can kind of see that back there, but when it folds back, you can also just tuck this thing in up here, and even though it creates kind of a backpack, it's a nice place to store the weapon, and then just fold that up a little bit. It doesn't look too much different from the front at all, and it looks kind of like a thruster or something, so it's not the worst place to store the accessory. That's up to you. We'll take it off for now. He also has these removable missiles on his wings. Oh yeah, there's peg holes up there too for that if you wanted, but I wouldn't recommend it. So he's got these little removable missiles, no paint on them at all, just little gray missile things. Those can go on his forearms if you want to. Looks kind of cool. I'd probably go with that most of the time. They kind of are tight though. I don't know why they're so tight. It's kind of hard to get them in, but once you do, it's fine, and there they are. So I kind of like that. I'd probably leave them that way. Let's talk about articulation, shall we? The head is on a ball joint, as you would expect. It looks up a good amount. Pretty significant angle of lookage right there. So that's nice. Looks down a decent amount too, so since he's a taller figure, that's pretty good. He can look down. His chin does have to bury inside that collar right there, but it's not too bad. And of course he has the side to side. The chin gets in the way a little bit, but it still works. Now, I am noticing he's got a clear bit of purple on here. That's not for light piping. The eyes are painted on, so it's just clear purple to have clear purple. Okay, shoulder articulation. He's got a ball joint in here, so full range of motion right there. The shoulder pads are connected to the shoulder, so they're going to move with it, so that's a nice touch. You can get his arm all the way up. No problem with the shoulder pad there. You can pose the shoulder pad however you want. You have them straight out like that, or tuck them down a little bit more. However you want to do that is fine. I like them like right in the middle like that. It's closer to the show. He has a bicep swivel right underneath the ball joint in the shoulder. A single jointed elbow, but a great range of motion. Pretty much whatever you want to do, you can do. Then the hand is on a ball joint as well. The hand's kind of shrimpy. I don't care for that too much, but that's kind of how his hands are. They're really long and spindly, so it's okay. They're really kind of 2D almost, so they don't look the best. If all the fingers were like the thumb, it would be a little nicer. You can see the thumb's a lot thicker than the fingers. But whatever, it's not the worst thing, so that's okay. He's got, oh, here's a big problem that I kind of don't really care for. There's really no snapping for the lower hip waist piece. It doesn't snap in. It folds right there and you have to push it back, but it doesn't snap in, so you're going to have that pop loose basically anytime you pose him. His hips are different than everyone else. They have a ratcheted rotation built into the groin. That's that gray piece in there. That ratchets. And then it has a disc joint, kind of like Marvel Legends, or kind of like the DC figures, that the hips move on like that. So significantly less motion than the other figures, but you don't really need it for him. I think it's okay to have him just kind of standing straight up. Another problem I have with this guy, this piece does snap in, as you can see, snaps in, but it comes out kind of easy. So just be careful with that. Not a big deal. Knee articulation, 90-degree single jointed bend, no problems there. The knee spikes do fold, that's part of the transformation, but you can point them whichever way you want to make it look best. Probably the most accurate angle of pointage is like that. They're kind of supposed to point forward, not so far up, but you can do whatever you want with that, and they're really soft. You don't have to worry about those breaking, so that's a nice touch. As I showed you earlier, the feet have a regular hinge in there, riveted pivot, so you can move the foot however you want. Decent foot base right there. You don't really need to use this as part of the foot base, but that's how it is in the package, like I said, and you can put it like that if you want to as well. Whichever you like best, it'll work. So there he is in robot mode. I'm going to give his robot mode an 8 out of 10. He does have a few problems, but overall and display factor, he looks just like he should, and it's an overall very nice figure. So there he is. Let me get him transformed and we'll finish off the review. Here we go. We have STARSCREAM transformed into vehicle mode. I don't really care for it too much. He doesn't spend a whole lot of time in vehicle mode in the show, at least as far as I've gotten. He did transform the one time, and the guy he was fighting with grabbed him and threw him, and he transformed back. So it didn't last very long. Transformed one other time, shot a couple of missiles, and that was that again. So it's not too imperative that the vehicle mode is good in my opinion. He's going to be in robot mode probably most of the time on most displays, but it's okay. It's not bad. I don't like the way they did the coloring. Maybe it's like that in the show. He hasn't been on there long enough for me to know for sure, but he's really light colored here. Dark wings, light again, and then dark again. So it just doesn't really flow well, but that might be accurate. I'm not going to count that as a negative. It's just a personal preference anyway. He doesn't have too much kibble. If you look from the side, it's pretty smooth, but from the bottom, it's not smooth at all. It's not finished. It looks like two legs and a head. So it doesn't look great from the bottom, and unfortunately most airplanes are seen from the bottom. So kind of a downside right there. But if you're going to have him maybe on display kind of posed like this, like he's flying down, then you're fine. He looks just fine. His wings have a nice shape to them and everything's good there. From the top it looks pretty smooth, pretty nice. He has the clear cockpit window, it's purple, looks good. Got the thruster back there. Overall pretty nice looking figure, good contrast in pieces, as long as you don't mind the layout. No complaints. As far as the looks go. As far as transformation and all that, he doesn't snap together very well back here. I played with it as much as I am willing to try to get it to fit better, and it doesn't seem to want to fit better in a couple places. So I'm going to dock it a little bit, and like I said, it's kind of really kibbly from certain angles. And you can see lots of screws too. I don't like that. And he has no landing gear. So, I mean, he sits kind of high up already, and I'm saying kind of again, but it's could use some landing gear, and the wings are pretty far forward too. Maybe that's why I don't like the look. I think the wings need to be farther back, just in general, not necessarily to be screen accurate. I just don't like the wings being so far forward. He has his missiles here. They are removable just as they were before, so if you want to do a display, you could have the missile firing, something like that. You could also put his big stupid accessory down there if you wanted to, or even how does it go? Something like that. It has the reverse, it has the pegs on there as well, and this thing has a peg hole, a peg, and another peg hole, so you can do it however you want, really. That's probably how they intended it right there. Which looks, I guess, better than some of the other ones because jets do carry stuff under their wings, but it looks pretty dumb. And even when you go like that, it doesn't work because you have to hold it and you're pushing against a peg, which means it's just going to spin and do that. So it's overall still a piece of junk. I don't like these accessories at all. It looks okay like that, but still no good. Leave the accessories off, use the little missiles, and you're good to go. His vehicle mode looks good like this. I'm going to give it a 7 because you can really only display it from the top, and since it's a plane, you should be displaying it at least kind of from the bottom. So that's kind of an oversight, I think. There he goes. There's STARSCREAM Voyager class, 7 out of 10 in vehicle mode. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the rest of the videos, and in the meantime, keep collecting. Forgot to measure him, so I'll measure him now. 7.5 inches long, 6 3/8 inches wide from wing to wing. The length was from the nose to the back of the tail. So there he is. There's the size. Thanks again, and again, keep collecting.